James? Man, I can barely hear you. You're like way off distance. Like,
Yeah, my microphone's up.
oh, you're good now. Are you talking the drivers' meeting interest?
Yeah, was there anything good?
No, a lot of guys on the bubble. Must win.
How far are you? How far out are you, Daniel?
Ooh. Man, I think everybody's on the bubble. I mean, honestly, you see this point spread. There ain't.
Pit boxing right here.
Yeah, but I mean, even me sitting here 12 back of first place, that's only 12 points from the cut. That means it's 12 spots. That's a wreck and ending, finishing dead last. Whatever happened to Mahar over here? He quit running over here, didn't he?
Don't complain. That's one person that I will pray if I saw him join that series, I'd probably tell you kick him.
No, I'm not. He ain't joining.
Who invited K-List?
That one might have been me.
You suck.
Pit boxing right here.
I knew that'd be your favorite. I don't know if. Who knows, man? I mean, once it got posted in LOE, I've had all kinds of people joining. Most of them, I think we know, though. I don't know who Ryan Mullis is. Have we ran against him before?
He's part of Isaac's crew. I don't think he's very good. I ain't gonna lie. Isaac messaged me. He was like, "How the hell did y'all get Stimpy?"
All I did was email him and ask him. I said, "Hey, you want to join us? I'm in." That's all he said.
Stimpy's cool, man. He don't care.
Car stop down low.
I mean, he's gonna teach us things I know. I mean, he's already said he is not afraid to tell you what he does and how to get better. Exactly.
Yeah, I haven't ever like ran with him in a session necessarily. I mean, I spent some time talking, I guess, with him on his podcast or whatnot, but it's probably the most time I've spent with him.
I talked to him a bunch over in LOE. Did y'all change anything in the truck? Because it feels pretty good. I didn't do nothing. I just hopped on the track.
Yeah, and the only thing I did, I went 14, but I kept the offset at 0. I tried to go up, but I don't like the wheel being so further to the right. Just kind of a preference thing for me.
Car inside, clear.
I had one guy message me, and I can't remember who it was. I didn't even hear. I don't know if he joined from Facebook. He messaged me over here on Discord, and he said, "Is this a broadcast league?" And I said, "No." And he said, "I will not be joining then." Okay.
I can't watch myself on YouTube.
He was like, "Why would you do a league without broadcasting it?"
Because we don't want to pay.
Yeah.
51.35.
I just didn't even respond back. I'm like, "Get out of here, dude. I don't even know who you are." I think it's about ready, though. I'm going to try to run 2 races beforehand, I'm hoping. Yeah, the 17th.
Hey, Alan, that's you. Good luck with it.
176.
Yeah, man, you too. Yes, sir.
He flipped you off a while ago.
What's that?
I said, Daniel down there, I saw him. He flipped you off a while ago, I think that was him.
Oh, did you miss your whole chance? Did you flip me off this stuff? Camera don't lie, my friend. Camera don't lie.
Chuck's one I invited. I hadn't joined you. I
Hey,
knew he joined.
my wife told me to pull my shirt up. And she's gonna write a heart and her name on the side of my arm there.
There you go.
A heart on there.
A heart or an anchor like Popeye.
The car inside. Stay high with the car on the left.
James, what were you saying about Chuck?
Still inside. 31.44. Stay
James.
high with the car on the low side.
Just left. I didn't hear what he said
Clear
on him.
inside.
I heard him say something about Chuck, but I don't.
Inside. Keep high. Clear inside.
Yeah, I was hoping to have a shot to actually compete over there, but
803.
I think with the no stages though, and that less fuel will kind of get. That may hurt us, may get so broke up, but might be able to make a strategy call or something. And the tracks really aren't super difficult, I don't think. But I tried to keep it to. I changed that Watkins Glen when I put the Indy Oval on that one. Yeah, probably. I'll be honest with you, I actually ran an official in that Indy road course. That was probably my second favorite outside of, if I had to pick a road course, it'd be Watkins Glen and then that Indy one. It really isn't terrible. I don't think. Outside of getting off a pit road's kind of hard, but oh, it's a million times better than that one, I think. That I don't like COTA or Road America. Well, it's like a 4-mile lap too. It takes forever. I wonder if this is going to turn to night again. See, I kind of feel like I'm wanting to push. Are you letting off the throttle at all, or? Yeah. I just feel like when you get to about lap 8, you're starting to kind of lift a little bit. I just wondered if it'd end up being a, because it's 3:30 right now on sim time. I bet it's a night race, which I hope it is, because I like this track. And that's one thing on that other league. I'm gonna run quite a bit of night racing. I saw you wrote something in there about the tire wear. Are you able to adjust the tire wear? Oh.
31.308.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty much running like a 200-mile race on every track except the very last race. I went to 250, I think. So most of the tracks we go to, it's about 100 laps or 134 laps.
Well, what's going on, everybody?
I'm back.
Welcome to a very special edition.
What were you saying a while ago about Chuck? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Oh, I said Chuck's someone I invited over. I just knew he joined, but he hadn't joined yet.
Outside.
In the booth with me tonight again.
Stay low. There is a car on the high side.
I'm surprised.
And maybe he just missed it.
There is a car on the high side.
Do some action early because we've
Stay
got a
low. There is
special
a car
guy
on the
here.
high
This cutoff
side.
I got to thinking,
round of 8.
Daniel, I doubt Casey joins because I don't think he likes the cup cars.
Still there. Hold your line.
Seeing that happen, so we're going to keep it
Oh.
51.63.
Yeah, he's
Over a
head of the
number?
cup boss.
and see
Outside.
what they're feeling like tonight.
Clear
Hey, Ayers, what was it?
How you doing tonight?
He's not a big fan of the next gen.
Yeah, I didn't think he was because I thought I tried to get him to race hosted with me one time in a next gen.
I'm sure tonight it's going to be a legend throughout the field.
Are you gonna run, Ayers?
Let's take a look at the point standings while we're
Thinking
talking
about it.
that. Garrett Kinder atop the point standings.
Sundays
I
are
Tracy Passon's the
off
only
and
one
on
locked
for
in
me.
technically, but Garrett Kinder,
I try-
you see, very well locked.
I tried to
in.
get
Less
George.
than 20 drivers here
I
I invited George.
Right here.
trouble. Now, speaking of Tracy Passon,
I don't think he's gonna join. I didn't get
He
that
messaged
vibe.
me. He messaged me back and said, "Thanks for the invite, brother."
Or at 8.
That's what he said,
It's
but that
actually 7, right there where Willie Evernham is.
I don't know what that meant. But
because
Yeah, I didn't
Tracy
either.
Passons is outside in 12th position.
I just thumbs up then, like,
He
okay.
he is not locked, or he is locked in. Excuse me, by virtue of the win a couple weeks ago. So
get a little tight out of 2.
he is locked in. So that battle is going to be for that 7th position that Willie Evernham currently holds, but is a 3-way tie between him, Chuck Phillips, and Dana Shepard.
close.
So that's going to be a big talking point tonight. And then you see Charles Stevens, Alan Nash, and even maybe even Chris Bedwell, who I feel like is pretty much locked in.
Shouldn't be
But
hard.
They really can't afford to have a bad race, Dakota. So, and you see Daniel Holcroft only 1 point out of that 3-way tie. So it's pretty much a 4-way tie right at the cut line. Matt Rogers not that far behind. So it's definitely.
Well, what's
possible.
weird is I thought after
Definitely
IRP,
Dakota,
Willie
there
wouldn't
ain't
even be
but
in
one
it.
easy way to make sure you don't have to worry about that at all.
Is Ray Rogers here tonight?
Winning in, baby.
Come on.
Ah,
That's
damn
right.
it.
Get that dub, and you ain't got to worry about it at all. It's qualifying just getting ready to roll. We're going to actually pull a couple of these drivers in here during qualifying. Got 10 minutes of qualifying, which is way too much. And
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid is going to be in that other league.
But we'll get
once
a
we
couple
get
of these
into
drivers in
playoff
here and talk
time,
to them
if you don't
and see
make
what
it.
they're feeling like tonight as qualifying gets ready to get rolling. We'll jump in here. And we'll actually
If it
do a
is, it
little
is.
bit of looking at qualifying. So we'll catch somebody on the track. And we'll talk to these drivers.
I mean, it's just a fun league to get
once,
by.
Once they get.
Yeah, man, I just
once
didn't
they
want to
get
take
out there
that
on
much
the track,
time
once
off.
they get done, we'll bring
Well,
you in.
I'm hoping and praying that, like,
We'll go
because I know
start with,
Dustin's in there. He sees this and is like, oh, they really do want to keep racing.
Well,
Garrett
he
Kinder. He's
so
gonna
he
take his
asked
first
me,
out
and
lap.
he goes, "Man, I really
Garrett
need a
Kinder,
break
man,
on Sunday nights." He
just,
said, "I don't
one
know
of
if
the
I'm going to
fastest
run or
drivers.
not."
Really good.
And I'm like,
last
I'm
little
like,
bit
man,
of
no
the
pressure
season.
either way. If you want to run,
Set
run.
himself
I said, I'm just,
point
I mean,
standings.
primarily I'm just doing it for me. And I felt like there was other guys that would want to run, and I just didn't want to be running officials. So
what we'll see, I think, is
I
see
thought
guys
I could get it
running
set up
the
and
bottom
going,
here,
then maybe move it to another night when the season
qualifying.
kicks off,
Pretty much wide
Green,
open.
green,
and
green.
maybe pick up the same thing because I'd like to use it as practice, like actual race,
Get a couple laps up.
and run another season. But kind of see how it goes. We'll see how this first one goes, I guess.
You really want to get that speed up for that money lap. These times are going to be close.
But I mean, they're taking off to like February.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
That's a long time. I mean, that's the whole NFL football season.
Yeah, I mean, there's only freaking one game at night, that night, on Sunday nights.
31.458, but I can expect this.
And half the time they're not a good game anyway.
Yeah. If I remember right, the Cowboys play a lot of them, though, don't they?
Fuck the Cowboys.
Where you want to be, especially when you're wide open.
I hate Dallas. Dallas, Green Bay, New Orleans. They can all suck it.
Just trying to be smooth on the wheel. It's a lot like Talladega and Daytona, where you just don't want to turn the wheel and scrub as line, see where he ends up. He won. Wants to go straight to the top. Oh, and as soon as he does, Chris Bedwell is going to take that spot from him. As here we go, Kip Easley coming out on track now. He is sitting second in the point standings, so he is going to get out there and try to start up front, be up front. As as the tires start to wear here, you might see that bottom or that top line start to pick up, and track position is going to be a pretty big deal there, Dakota.
Yeah, for sure. I was actually talking to Daniel Holcroft before the race, and he said he thinks it's going to be hard to pass, and if you don't start in the top 10, you might be fighting a losing battle. But he said you might be able to get some pit strategy in there to try to jump some of these guys. But he said he thinks a top 10 starting spot, you should be in pretty good shape.
There you have it, straight from the man himself. Right now, I mean, first through seventh, less than a tenth, 0.0 seconds separate. And there goes Kip Easley right up to seventh position. So already pretty tight all the way down. I mean, a tenth and a half down to 10th place. Matt Rogers at the moment. But you see there to 8th place, less than a tenth. That's just how fast these guys are going wide open.
I'll be back.
All right, the 48 of James Kunkel on the track now. Got about 6.5 minutes after Kunkel puts his lap down. And second lap for Kip Easley puts himself up into the third position. So Easley not playing around.
What? Oh, is it? Oh, I'll actually be able to see the front for once.
Across the line for his first lap. And, man. Oh, that's his second lap. So he will take over the third spot. So James Kunkel with a great starting spot. Nitro Motorsports looking pretty good there up in the
Hopefully
top
it'll stay like this and we'll get you a stage point or two.
All right, let's talk to some drivers. Let's see what these guys are thinking. Especially these guys that are around.
I was going to say, if we were running this come the stage lap, I'm sure we both let you in front of us.
Let's start off with Dana Shepard.
Actually, I'd let both of y'all. I'm sure Kip's got to get a point too.
Dana Shepard, this is Eddie and Dakota in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, I got you guys. How are you?
Oh, doing good.
I'd let y'all both pass me. I'll take fifth. Y'all take third and fourth.
I have not. I'm watching the temperatures.
Okay. Well, if you've got a few minutes, we'll keep it quick. You're sitting there right on the cutoff. They're in 8th place. 7th place is what you got to do to get in. But, man, it sure would be easier just to go ahead and win this dang thing. What do you say?
Well, that would be the best plan. I think it'd be a tall order, but I can always try.
See someone you're battling?
With the points being as tight as they are, what's your strategy going? You know that it's easy to have an accident or something and just be way out of it and fall out of it quickly. So what's the strategy? Win and you get in. It's the easiest way to make it in, but there are ways to get points. You got stage, the stage points for the top 5.
Who is it?
What's your strategy? What's your plan going into this race to try to keep yourself above that cutoff?
Bedwell's at the top. I figured he's going to be tough to beat.
Turn some consistent laps, be steady, stay online, and just not try to.
So is this the entire playoff field besides me and that Presley guy?
Really just make it for the last stretch. I'm really good on longer runs. I'm not a stage driver.
Well, there you have it. We'll get you out of here so you can do your qualifying run. Thanks for talking to us, Dana.
Hey, yeah, thank you very much, guys. Enjoy the show.
Well, we will indeed. Well, Dakota, who you want to talk to, man? Let's who you want to talk to down there? We got down at the cutoff.
2 non-playoff guys. That's it.
It's literally the 16 playoff guys, me and the Presley guy.
And me. Aaron Acott's not here today.
Oh yeah. Oh damn, he's not.
Well, let's go ahead and pull old Peg Leg up in here again.
All right, that sounds like a winner to me.
Damn, Chuck
hey,
beat
Peg
me.
Leg, this is Dakota and Eddie in the booth. You got a copy, bud?
Yeah, them
Yes, sir.
all right there together.
Yeah, I know. I talked to you a little bit earlier today, about you just wanting a good points night, but you look strong. You got a top 5 starting spot right now. So what's your expectations for tonight? And maybe you can go up there and just steal this from the Ray Rogers and the McLeans and the Bedwells.
Yeah, I was scrolling through the tracks. I saw
Those
Chicagoland when I was
out
making
there,
that
oh
other
my
schedule. I was
God,
like, oh man, that's a
a
good track.
series of
I would so rather
big
than.
names. I don't know where I pulled that top 5 out. Like I told y'all
Yeah,
last
I wish
week,
the Cup guys
knew
were
I
still
struggled
going there
last
instead
week
of
and
the
expected
street
it. So
course.
I gotta. My season is tonight. I have
Yeah,
to
that's
put
what I
out
heard.
or I'm done. So I'm gonna race clean. I never want to wreck anybody.
Yeah, I think
I'm
so.
gonna
I think it
race
was
clean,
Kansas,
but
Vegas,
I
and
have to race
Chicagoland
hard
all
and
around the same
aggressive,
time.
Vegas was like
cautiously
98,
aggressive,
yeah.
and
Oh, was it?
I got to put it out there, fellas. So, and I am going
Now,
to,
Vegas ain't going anywhere.
obviously
I
respectfully,
wouldn't
but
think.
yeah, I
Nah.
have to do it tonight, or my season's done point wise.
Yeah, well, if there's anybody that can get it done, I got faith in you. You're one of the cleanest guys in this league, and that goes a long way. So we'll be pulling for you, big guy.
Is it lap 30?
I appreciate both of you, and tell Eddie I hope he's feeling
Need to
better.
go look.
I know
Honestly, I don't know.
he's been under the weather, and he's a good friend of mine, and I hope he's feeling better. So give my regards to Eddie, please.
Yeah, lap 30.
Well, I'm right here, but all I gotta say, Chuck, is don't touch me.
I will not, sir. I will not.
I'd almost like one
Get
more
him out
set,
of
I
here.
think.
Kick him out of the channel. I want to talk to Chris McLean, though. That's who I want to talk to. If he hadn't run off yet.
So what is that?
Chris,
How many laps is
in the
this
booth,
thing?
you got a copy?
120?
I got you.
Man, well, as we were talking to Chuck, went right up to the top of the board and got that pole position. And,
we'll take one at 30, then I'll probably try to stretch it about 70, 75, and then we'll see from there.
Anderson, or Alan Smith, you should have that pole award. And that's what you need, man. Sitting outside of the cutoff at the moment, you need that win tonight. What's your plan? What's your focus as we go into this race?
Well, we executed the first part, or so far. Ray hadn't qualified yet. He's normally pretty good at coming in there at the very end and stealing it, but missed last week. Just unfortunate events. Wasn't able to be here, which sucks because it's probably one of my favorite tracks, or one of my better tracks. It fits my driving style. So
that's what I want to hear.
Really,
I don't want to hear McLean saying it's his favorite track.
So kind of in a must win here. Not really. I guess not really a must win, but I really need to do good. So got in here today and did some practicing, and just knew I needed to put it on the pole and try to lead the most laps. And
no, I think he's right in the thick of it
as far as in the points go. So we got one
he
of them
should have
complete.
won
Now we just
like
need
2
to
weeks
get,
ago, but
most laps led, and then hopefully put it on the podium, top spot. If we don't do that, then maybe we just point our way in.
Well, you do have those stage points around lap 30. So is that something that you're thinking about as well? Trying to
Ray Rogers didn't qualify.
The point stay today like that.
Yeah, it really does help.
Oh yeah, it is going to be a night race. Good.
We've been going back and forth in the past seasons about doing a stage break, and that's like IRP. Me and Tracy beat me first, second, but at the end of it, we was tied for points. Because I led the most laps on the stage, and he got the pole and led a lap, and I led a lap. So it ended up working out where we was tied for first. So it really gives you, if you have a bad race or miss a race or whatever the case may be, it don't put you in a hole you try to dig out of as much in this round of 16. But once we get down to the round of 8, you ain't gonna be able to miss a race. You're gonna have to be on your A game.
Well, that's right. Well, all right, man. Well, they're starting to grid up now. Definitely appreciate you talking to us, and good luck tonight.
Thank you, buddy.
Well, there you have it. Well, we got a few drivers in Dakota. We did the best we could.
Bedwell and McLean and Garrett Kinder, I have a feeling, are the 3 to beat.
Man, it is time to get the grid going. We got to give out the Chuck Pegleg Pole Award, and that's going to go to Chris McLean, who does take over the top spot and holds on to it as Ray Rogers.
We're rolling.
Doesn't even look like he's going to grid. I'm not real sure. Hopefully he does. I'm sure he will. Yeah, there he is. Grid's right there. So
one to go. Next time by, you'll be lining up on the inside.
But all right, well, let's jump right into the grid. Let's see where everybody's going to start here tonight. Starting on the front.
Get us a win. Go over here to the Hollywood Casino.
We jump into the low cash.
As always, if I wreck out, you'll know where to get me.
Oh my gosh.
Chris Bedwell,
Daniel, you been over to that place?
Buffalo.
Starting row number 2 is Garrett Kinder and Chuck Pegleg Phelps.
Buffalo.
Starting 5th is James Kunkel. Starting 6th, Skip Beasley.
How far is this from your house,
Starting
Daniel?
7th, Daniel Holcroft. Starting 8th is Alan Nash. Starting 9th, Charles Stevens Jr. Starting 10th is Tracy Passage.
Is that pretty much just due to traffic, probably, or?
Rolling off 11th place is Dana Shepard with Stephen Ayers Jr.
That's about 3 for me.
Mike Presley,
245 maybe, 3 to catch it right.
He will roll off 13th alongside of Matt Rogers.
Get ready,
Willie
going
Abraham was
green.
the last one to take time. Will roll off in 15th, and the field will round out with
All right,
Ray
good luck.
Rogers, Alan Smith, and Anthony Hedrick.
The pace car
There
is
you have
in.
your Low Cash Motorsports starting grid as we're already getting ready to take
Green,
the
green,
green
green.
flag. Want to thank all of our sponsors, especially Apex Sim Racing here, ApexSimRacing.com. Go check them out.
Still there,
Boy,
hold
this
your
is
line.
going to be a statement race for a lot of folks, but we're getting ready to get this
Keep
thing
low.
rolling here as the pace truck going to pull off the track. And here
Clear outside.
goes the field. Chris McClain going to lead us down, try to get, like you said,
Oh, gosh.
every single
Don't do it,
lap,
Chuck.
Get that stage break and get as many points as possible. We're under green here.
That didn't take long.
Caution, yellow flag. They want you in single file.
That was my fault.
Pit road is closed.
Chuck, that's my fault. Sorry. I might use my fast repair.
Catch up, 48 car.
That was dumb.
Oh, we've already got a crash. Oh, big crash back here in the back. Oh, multiple playoff drivers. Tracy Passons involved. Chuck Phelps involved
Pit road
as
is now
well.
open.
And Kip Easley, I believe, was the other driver involved. So playoff drivers early on.
No, I'm just going around trying to
how
get up.
bad is it?
Already
Oh, I'm
big,
shot.
big
I got a
trouble,
meatball.
and that
I was
is
gonna say you
not
can't
what
make it a
you
lap
wanna
30.
see if you're a playoff driver. If
No,
you're
this
Chuck
thing
Phelps,
is
who,
shaking bad.
man,
Okay.
was right there on the bubble, and here already.
So if you make it a 30, at least buy you some
in trouble.
laps.
Yeah,
That was
that's,
so
that's something you
stupid
don't
on my
wanna see in the
behalf.
First lap of the race, especially being a playoff driver. So, if I'm not mistaken, these guys got one fast repair,
Yeah, I feel
right?
bad on that one.
Yeah, they do have the one fast repair. And
Yeah,
we'll-
so that's going
Closed.
to come in
Pit road
big.
is closed.
Guys like Chuck.
Was he
Begley,
saying
they'll-
something?
They'll have to go ahead and use that
He didn't
fast
say
repair
nothing.
and then, just kind of take it easy the rest of the race. 'Cause
No wonder you
gotta
want to join
make
your
it
league.
into this thing if you want to advance.
Yeah, well, that was
Let's
my
take a look
bad.
at the replay here on Kinder Farm Ranch Wreckage Rewind, and you see here it's
Got Passons too.
Charles Stevens Jr., Kip Easley on the outside, and Chuck Phelps going to be right there in the middle as they go down to the corner. Man, I don't know. I don't know if Chuck just wasn't ready for that
Are
three
you kidding me? I
wide.
didn't
but you
take my
see,
fast repair?
Just kind of came up the track a little bit, and Kip Easley was there.
Well, maybe he did, but I shouldn't have stuck my nose in there. Honestly, I can't see the replay here. Let's see.
From Chuck's point of view, you can see he's a little bit loose.
See, he
there
almost
coming through
clips
turn 1 and 2 on
Stevens.
those
He
new
goes down
tires.
right there.
Comes down the track and trying to defend
then-
a little bit. And oh no, it looks like Kip actually comes down on entry.
Yeah,
So,
because see, my natural trajectory is to turn in, and when I did, I
yeah,
I
looks
just
like
hooked him,
a little bit of Kip Easley's.
and I'm pretty sure it was my
there,
fault.
But just kind of a racing deal. I mean, guys, almost 3 wide. Chuck trying to give a little bit of room, and I think maybe Kip thought that he would go down a little bit.
That sucks. Fast
You know,
repair
that
on
happens all
lap
the
2.
time. I don't think any of that was intentional, Dakota, but just guys battling hard, and it's
Hey,
playoff
Chris, I don't know
racing.
if you
I
did
mean,
or not,
not
but
playing
yeah,
One to
around,
go.
not
Next
playing
time,
around.
admin
you'll
for
be
the-
lining up
the
on
yellow
the
outside.
inside. 1
Especially
minute,
when they're all playoff points up.
25.12.
What was he talking about?
Stage win points. You want to really maximize every single point that you can get, and
Oh, I thought he was.
that'll be
I thought they
the
were
side
upset
effect
with
of
me.
This hard-nosed racing.
You're absolutely right. Now I'm gonna do the
Chuck
best
just
I
park
can
it,
to call the race
guess?
for y'all tonight, but Dakota may be
He had a
taking
toe.
over
Yeah, that's what happened
a
to
little bit
me
more
last
forward
week.
as, I don't know how
That's
long
why even with the
boys
fast repair, I
are
still went like 2 laps down.
It's already starting to give out, but I'm gonna do the best I can, and that's why Dakota's here.
I'm gonna have to take it easy back here.
He's the man. He can take over if need be. I definitely appreciate you being here tonight, Dakota. Lights going off on the pace car. If you're a Chuck Pegleg Phelps fan, you see him there on pit road. Very, very disappointing. He does have that fast repair, but I don't know what happened. I think he had to take a tow.
Get ready, going
which is
green.
why he is currently just sitting on pit road. But he is going to be a
Car is
couple
on. Time
laps
to do your
down,
job.
which very, very disappointing. But not going to be impossible.
Green flag,
He's the
green
first
flag.
truck
You're in
2
fifth.
laps down. Tracy Pass and so he'll be able to.
Car outside, 1 minute, 21.96. Stay low, there is a car on the high side. Still there.
Stage break at lap 30. Getting ready to go back green here,
Still
though.
there.
This plane going to take over the top side here as gets a great jump. 13 going to really.
Why is he taking the 3 what?
Do the 95 truck. As James Comer on the outside trying
Yeah.
to kind of pinch down a little bit.
Back off, so we're good.
Stay low, there is a car on the high
Be careful, that's how it started.
Just going to be too strong early.
33.456.
They're pretty much wide
Just
open.
set
And
the
as the tires
fastest
start
lap
to
of
wear
the
this,
session.
start to see guys
The car in
towards the top.
P3, just set the fastest lap. 33.
Yep, come on.
424, clear high. You're in fourth position.
Goes to the outside of the 13.
My goal is to get you a
He is
stage
trying
one or
to
two.
make a move early here.
You've got the fastest lap. Clear. Leader is running. 31.019.
Outside, a lot of similarities early on as the tires move to Talladega and Daytona. Really using the runs. Got a pretty big draft, almost wide open. But it doesn't take long, probably about 7 or 8 laps before you really start to breathe the drum. If you're smart, you're already breathing.
31.141.
They'll save that right front.
The car in C2,
Take that
just set
run
the
and
fastest
pass,
lap.
but
30.971.
somebody who was not waiting around for that is 95. That points leader last week, a
Inside,
couple weeks ago,
keep high.
trying to claw his way back up.
Still there at the bottom.
In the playoff race.
Still there at the bottom. 30.986.
My pre-race talk with Holcroft, he actually said that
I think Roger Ray's trying to save a set. Maybe.
he's on the outside.
Seems like he's kind of dropping back.
He's really putting on his eggs and practicing a lot and getting that experience to where you need to migrate on the track as the run progresses. So far, it's paying pretty big dividends right now. So he's actually making a pass on Garrett Kendrick.
31.196. You're now in third.
Yeah, Holcroft has been fast. It just seems inconsistently fast.
Did we ever determine if you lead a lap, you get a point?
17th position all race, and there's sometimes you get up front.
Yeah, I don't know.
Really good pit strategy always seems to find its way up front. That. But right now, he is showing the speed, and like you said, practice seems to be paying off.
31.209.
Bedwell and McLean not going to be easy to pass. Trying to pull off Bedwell for the next 20 laps, but that stage win is going to be awesome.
Yeah, for sure. And you got James Hunt, but he's not a playoff driver. He's up here mixing it up with these guys, so he's got it in the back of his mind. He wants to race these boys hard, but you don't want to race them too hard. You can put them in a bad situation. And, he's not going for points. He's just straight chasing.
31.359.
Yeah, wow, what a slider that McLean put on Bedwell there. He kind of got a bad spot.
Oh, I got a major run.
Bottom line just not
Stay
working
high.
like it needed to in 1 and 2, and had to put a dirty slider on the 95. 95 gets a nice run and able to do the same thing back.
Stay high. Clear inside.
McLean's going to have a run back here, but I think going down to the bottom is going to be sort of dangerous at this point because you're going to end up
31.729. The leader is hitter 31.497.
might end up losing
Damn.
5 spots if you don't get the pass.
And for all you Peg Lickfest and Tracy Parsons fans, they have made it back out on the track. And I know Tracy's locked in, so that wreck was bad, but he's got that ace in his pocket. He's got that win, so
31.546.
Yeah. That's right. So Tracy didn't show up last week. That's how confident he was after that win. He just said, I'm not even show up. He took, man, look at this battle for second place. Uncle's not playing around. He is going up there and playing early, starting to fall back a little bit. I didn't really see him get up there and be too aggressive on the tire, so I'm surprised to see that. But,
31.764.
not being able to run the bottom, he's been able to run the bottom pretty damn good here.
Yeah, Uncle, he'll fool you a time or two.
It's got to be that Valvoline oil, man. Let me tell you. You know, Valvoline was in the very first race car Dakota.
I believe it.
Any Dale Jr. download listeners for that. They had a bunch of Valvoline ads back in the day.
51.745.
That Valvoline has been around since the 1800s. That's old oil. I wouldn't put that in.
Car inside.
Bedwell showing strength early, pulling away. Got a nice gap.
Still there, hold your line.
That draft should help keep
Still
these guys
inside.
together. We'll start to see some separation.
32.045.
30 laps.
Still there.
Probably won't see that too much. We are seeing a little bit.
Clear inside.
75 by 4 seconds. We got this nice little bit here. First few 6 is Danny Holcroft getting outside. Here in Hinder.
Stay low. There is a car on the high side.
David Shepard right behind him.
Outside, clear.
Alan Nash. I don't know about 2 seconds behind Steve. Starting to separate a little bit. They're almost 3 wide.
32.089.
Oh, Stevens almost made it 3 wide there. Decided he's running that top side. He ain't moving from it.
Inside.
Dakota, you know any dangers of running the top
Clear
side
inside.
too much, too early?
Car inside.
You always run that risk of getting up into the wall.
Stay high.
You know, with
Clear.
any simulation, you don't know how that wall's going to react. It might, stick you into the wall if you come to a dead stop, or it might just shoot you straight across the track.
32.164. The least jitter. 32.038.
BK-Eracing sticky wall, though. He's going to try a slider there on Holcroft. Boy, that is close. But we see that a lot in actual NASCAR, just how much you have to really force the issue these days for that track position. It seems to be very similar. Guys are doing really aggressive moves to hold, make these passes complete them.
32.399.
That's so different. You see Charles takes that spot and starts to pull away a little bit. Speaking of pull away,
Car inside.
Bedwell. He is third place.
Still there, hold your line. Clear inside.
Now back under fire for Chris McLean. Yeah, we got about 10 laps on the stage.
No, I just had to let off a little bit.
What you can expect tonight for Washington's racing. Big setup, 120 laps before stage break.
32.277.
Something to think about. So far, so good. After that caution on lap 1, we have been green the rest of the way, so hopefully we see it green to the stage.
I ran the tires off this thing. That's fine. I was using this as a test.
Got up there, thought he was going to get up there and battle with Bedwell, then just immediately started to fall back quickly as here comes
Been inside of yours.
Hinder roaring back up through the field. And Lane goes around for second place, so Dakota, the tire is definitely going to be an issue. We're starting to see that a little bit here.
Yeah, for sure. That's another risky run. Running the high side. You're taking the long way around the track, and you got all that momentum though. So
Still there at the bottom.
It's really a double-edged
Clear
sword.
inside.
But you're gonna see these guys, skate around to really try to save as much tire as they
Closing
can.
on you. The gap is
You might see them run up
1.5.
high one lap, and they'll scoot down a half a lane, and eventually.
There's, I think, Evernham got in the wall there or something.
7.5.
Yeah, so Uncle going to fall back to the fourth position. Now Charles Stevens, one of the biggest movers of the race, is right behind him looking to make a pass. And Danny Shepard, another big mover, right behind him. So Some guys slowly making themselves up to the front. Making their way up. Now back here, we got a battle between Billy Evans and Matt Rogers, Steve Ayers Jr. Been seen in the distance. Thought I would highlight it. Since we're talking about the front before the stage break, but Stephen Ayers and Matt Rogers trying to move themselves. Guys that could use some points. Matt Rogers, one of them.
I definitely feel like the tires are going.
I want to point out I was actually looking at the live chat on YouTube.
Doesn't help I spun. Spun mine on a wreck either.
How about that?
32.2.
Happy birthday to Dana Shepard. Birthday boy in that 43 truck. Currently running in 6th position and got side-by-side battle right in front of him. So he is probably.
Did you get back up here around
get up there and
Dana?
try to get this top 5 and get those points. Right now, Dana Shepard on that cut-off line, tied with Chuck Phelps for 6th. We're already talking.
I'm gonna try my best to hold him off then, so he don't get this point.
.581.
He's currently 16, 2 laps down. Another driver that had some connection issues we haven't been able to highlight this yet is Alan Smith, who is back in 18th position, 3 laps down after having some connection problems. So he is currently 11th. Already a couple guys right there.
Car outside,
night,
clear outside if you want
on a
to.
bad foot.
Inside. Still there, inside. 32.83. Stay high to the
right
car on the
now.
low
He's
side.
starting 11th,
Clear.
6th. You see him having to lift a little bit. And tape on that wheel going pretty far over there to the left. Putting a lot of wheel into it.
Ooh, you alright?
As the tires are definitely starting to wear, the sun's going down here in Kansas. Right up front, though, still got battling going on. Charles Stevens and Garrett Kinder. Charles Stevens continues to push forward. And he's another driver. He's above the cut line. My goodness. 2, Daniel Holcroft down low, gets a little bit loose off the corner, and man, what a nice save by him.
Maybe I should have said sorry to Chuck twice. Got me a response.
I was watching Garrett Kinder there for a minute. You always talk about how Garrett likes to yaw that thing out at least once in the race. I was watching him in practice. I think he yawed that thing out probably 40 or 50 times, just having a good old time.
Yeah, it seems like he practiced. He gets out there and just says, all right, let's see if I can drift this whole corner if I need to.
32.681.
Garrett will get out there and do it. But, man, I'm really
It's
impressed
easy to do.
with Charles Stevens. He is apparently the fastest truck on the track. He ain't playing around. I'm telling you right now, Charles Stevens looks to be somebody.
That's so hard to not when you're up there in the front, though.
Maybe trying to win this race. So,
You get in the front, though, you could have had that clean air. You know, you never know what happens.
He's trying to hunt down his affiliate team member, Chris McLean, who has worked himself back into the 2nd position. You see Chris Bedwell.
Caution, yellow flag. They want you in single file. Closed, pit road is closed.
1.3 seconds ahead of.
All right, so Dana did not get a point.
As we come around, we should take the stage break here, and Chris Bedwell should take that as yellow does come out. So Chris Bedwell going to be your stage 1 winner. So congratulations to him as he gets those ever important bonus points along with Chris McLean, Charles Stevens, James Kunkel, and Garrett Kinder in the 5th position. So
Catch stop 27 car.
There's the lights.
I want to bring Bedwell up here, talk to him, see what he thought about that. We got Chris in the booth with us. Chris, it's Eddie and Dakota. You got a copy?
Yeah, got a copy.
Well, man, congratulations. What a great first stage. You're able to move yourself up to the top spot and really started to pull away there. How important was it to get that clean air, especially before the tires start to wear out?
No, I have not.
I wasn't you.
Very. I mean, you had to.
Barely
It was very important.
caught it, though. Otherwise, I would have.
So that you can do a little aero blocking for the guys.
Careful on the speed limit. It's tight.
Yeah, just wanted to get out front as soon as I could. I knew I had pretty good speed running the high line, so I just figured to step with that, go and see what happens.
Pit
All
box
right, we'll
in
let you
10,
hit. Man, good luck.
Thanks, sir.
Stage 1 winner,
5,
Chris Bedwell.
3.
As everybody
2,
going to come down pit road,
1.
can't imagine.
Right
because
here.
Nobody
anybody
stopped
would want
there
to
but
stay out.
Lucky Dog coming
there's
high.
4 sets of tires, so this is right on the money for the time you'd want to use it. But you think anybody might stay out and maybe try to save a set?
Yeah, I think all the lead lap cars that come down. I think
79, 89.
Big Leg,
move it.
Tracy, and Alan Smith. I think they stayed out to get a lap back. So a little bit of strategy, them trying to work their way back on a lead lap, try to get back
Line
in the
up,
mix of
single
lanes.
file.
I was 75, 85.
But pit road wide open. 4
Catch
tires
up,
and fuel will be
43,
the name of the game, but that's only going to leave you 2 sets
Well,
of tires.
I guess Chuck
left
got his
in
lap
the
back,
tank.
I guess.
Now, based on
Was
the
he
pit
2
stop
down?
time, everybody taking tires, which I think would just be a mistake here on this first stage if you didn't take tires, just because of it.
He
goes
smoked the
all
wall
way
pretty
to a
hard.
Fuel run, you'd be in trouble. So I think that's
He
got to
head
be
on.
a call there.
43, car.
But you know, we should have 1 green flag pit stop, I would imagine. So that leaves you 1 extra set if we do have
Is that a John Deere truck in front of you, or what is that?
Checker or a late race caution. So, you know, you got 2 sets of tires on lap 32.
Oh, that's
120 there, Dakota. What's your mindset? What do you
It's
think
not mellow
about
yellow.
that?
It's
It's the Sierra Mist
It's-
replacement.
yeah,
isn't it?
that's yeah.
You
I was
gotta
thinking
make
7-Up.
green
Yeah,
flag
Sierra
pit
Mist.
stop. You know, does that mean you going to run long? You're going to pit short? What's your thoughts on that?
That's a loaded question. You know, if you're running up front, you really want to
Yep.
run this thing as long as you can. But you know, if you're back, you know, 6th, 7th, 8th place, you might try to cut it in half and you know, try to jump on the guys that's going to stay out. And you know, we've seen Chris McLean actually win the race off of pit road right
I'm
there.
showing
That
2
was
more
the
pit stops
advantage
just
of
for
having that
fuel.
number 1 pit stall. He got a pretty good motor off and beat Bedwell by a little bit.
So what do you think? Just
And
run
that's
this
a
thing
great
dry?
point, and I apologize that
Take
I
a set then?
wasn't even paying attention to that, was just running my mouth. But yeah, you're right. McLean wins the battle off pit road.
Be taking
So
the
that would
top.
give him the advantage.
I mean, you almost
He'll
do
be
that
able
for
to
the next
choose
2.
the lane here in Apex, the front.
Or it'd be the next one, I
Choose
guess.
whatever
And then
lane he wants to use.
I have a feeling though it's going to come down to green flag strategy in that last stint. I mean, both of these pit stops liable to be green.
You know, big advantage. However, we saw him.
Not many cars we could get. I mean, we were pretty spread out right there. This thing could get pretty spread out.
1 lap to green. Line up on the inside. 1 minute,
pretty
22.46.
quickly, but I did see Bedwell jump up.
Yeah, we
to
could
the
go the
outside
next
to a lot of
47
folks.
minutes
I wonder
here. Green
if
flag.
he kind of perked everybody's ears up to that of, hey, maybe I don't need to let Bedwell get to my right rear quarter on the straightaways, because he made a lot of his passes like that.
Yeah, for sure. You know, that's the thing. You know, running 2nd, 3rd, 4th, you know, and on back, you can kind of see where the guys in front of you are running, and you know, take a page out of their playbook, and you know, you can really learn a lot from the guys that you run around.
Well, we're getting it doubled up here. Chuck was able to get that lucky dog and able to get down from 2 laps to 1 lap down. So 1 more caution. Chuck, assuming he's not the caution, he can get back on lead lap. And I know
About to
he
go
so
green.
desperately
Stay focused.
wants that to happen. So keep an eye on that. Tracy passes now 2 laps down.
The pace car is off. Be ready.
So not a big deal for him. Alan Smith, though, still trapped 3 laps down. He's going to be a lot of
Green, green, green. The lead did a 1 minute 23.854 outside. 1 minute 22.433. Still there, hold your line. Keep low.
Here on iRacing. That's what makes it exciting.
Still there, hold your line.
Into the Geico restart zone we go. McLean has
Thank you,
control
Alan.
of the restart. Going to get a good jump
Yes,
there.
sir. Come on.
Keep low.
On the outside as McLean
Come on now.
drop down.
Come on, big boy.
Get that good arc and speed down the hill.
Stay low. There was a car on the high side.
Carrying that speed.
Looks like Ray's ready to move to the front.
3.608. Keep low.
88's making me nervous.
Outside
It
clear.
actually looked like the inside line kind of bunched up there on that restart and allowed him to claim.
Chops me off like that again, he's gonna get wrecked.
But we see Bedwell fighting back now.
Yeah, I wonder if just getting so far out front didn't allow the 95 to get a run there. And then Charles Stevens slides up the track. We got a piece of that apron or what, but yeah, Bedwell got a massive run and was able to clear McLean without much issue at all. So now Charles Stevens going, something happened to McLean. He must have to lift or something because he is off the pace. Bedwell's riding off in the sunset again. Charles Stevens now battling his affiliate teammate for second place. It's a jumble back here from second on back.
Yeah, you know Bedwell's looking at his rearview mirror. He's going to go in every minute of that. You know, the more you
Come on, dear James.
Well, I'm not gonna get scuffed down there. They're gonna have to.
Yeah, it's so frustrating.
Car outside, too wide.
I'm pitting, guys. Go around top track.
Ugh, why is he pitting?
I don't know.
Keep low.
You get a black?
Probably got a black for the start.
Give a little shot to Dana
What was it, Ears?
Probably a black for the start.
Well up the track. If it was a 13, was pushing the 48. I don't know if guys are just not happy with each other or what's going on, but there's a lot of pushing and shoving. And oh, what's going on with McLean?
Still there.
It looks like he's shooting in pit road.
Outside is clear.
McLean. Chris McLean coming down pit road. Unscheduled pit stop for sure.
Clear up top.
Now, I have no idea what's going on. I don't see a black flag, but we'll pay attention to it.
Deleted the skidder, 31.4.
I have no idea what's going on here. As he comes down pit road, we'll see if we can figure out what's going on. But he comes down. Now, he did win the battle off pit road. I don't know if that's something. As we're watching him, I know there's battling going on the track, but he spends about 12 seconds on pit road, so I'm not really sure what happened there, unless he just didn't have his fuel check, which is definitely possible. But big problem there is he goes a lap
He forgot to take fuel or tires, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, we seen it there last week too. You know, there was some problems on pit road for a couple of guys. So you know, like you said, there, his fuel might not have been checked, and you know, I didn't see his truck go off on the ground. So you know, he had to have got tires at last pit stop. So you know,
I finally got around him.
It might have just been a fueling problem.
31.593.
Wow, just unbelievable.
James Shepard driving that thing like Jimmy Johnson, man.
Going back to the replay there with 4 tires. And I mean, the whole pit stop, so it's got to be fuel. Has to be. Wow, that's a big development there. I mean, it happened to you.
I probably should be.
31.664. Still there, hold your line.
Shit, first place, but I think a lot of folks do that just so they don't
Keep high, clear.
fast
Thank you.
repairs.
You probably get a run on me.
So I'm not sure. Unless he had some damage, you know, that's something I hadn't considered. He may have gotten to the wall, we just didn't see it. But he had some damage, but he didn't use a fast repair, so I don't know. I mean, we can go ask him, but I don't know if I want to. Right now, this battle, though, we'll pay attention to this, I guess. Garrett Kinder and James Bowman side by side with Dana Shepard. Birthday boy is up front.
I decided to save a little bit.
Podium position. Dana Shepard going to go down to the inside and got to make a move here for second place. Down to the inside of 13. Garrett Kinder can't make it stick. There's a high side already coming back in, but there they are.
Where you want to go, Chris? You can go higher.
On lap 44, we got a long way to go, but these guys are racing like their life depends on it. But I think it's just that shuffling before the top side becomes too dominant. You got to take the position when you can. Dane Shepard going to slide up behind Garrett Kinder. Not long from now, that top side will be dominant.
31.769. The leader is running 31.65.
If Beasley in that number 8 truck, he is made his way back up towards the front, started up in the 4th position, had that contact
Inside.
early, and
Still there, hold your line.
What is the old big frig?
up here, but without that faster
Stay high.
Yeah, he's driving pretty tough
Stay
tonight.
high.
Gotta be careful.
Is he on the bubble?
You gotta be
Keep
careful
high.
the way these guys are driving
Clear
up here. They're
inside.
driving like they still have faster pace.
Inside. Clear inside.
You know, Ray Rogers is slowly creeping his way up. He's up, 8 positions from where he started. He's slowly, adding his way to the mix here. So these guys are going to have to be mindful of him. He'll probably just start picking them off. He wants to lead.
32.185.
Shepard going to set himself apart in that 2nd position, and man, it's really cool to see these guys amp up the
Car
intensity
inside.
as the playoffs
Still there,
start to
inside.
heat up, and
Clear inside.
driving himself
Inside.
up 9 positions. So right now he is the
Stay high.
biggest mover of the race in that 43. I know he's got a big
Still there, hold your line.
big group of cheerleaders in chat, so y'all ought
Still
to
there, hold your
be
line. Clear.
y'all ought to be hollering for your boy right now because he
32.219.
is putting on a show. Currently 1.4 seconds back from Bedwell. Bedwell seems to be in another zip code at the moment, but we'll see if somebody can find some speed, save a little bit of tire, and maybe run him down.
Inside.
Ray Rogers.
Stay high. There's a car on the low side. Clear.
Yeah, I saw it.
What Dana Shepard is, but right now, Charles is
Here comes Ray.
32.317. Car outside. Keep low. Go low.
Dana Shepard is working that top
Outside,
side.
clear.
Let's go more with Dana. See what it looks like. Run the top side around this track. Left rear under the seam on entry.
Now we're getting to that lap 20 mark. These tires, I can feel it.
32.317.
Locked into place and now go up on the wall. Same thing in 3 and 4. A little bit trickier in 3 and 4. It's not as easy to do, but he does a really good job. You almost kind of enter in a little bit, let it wash up in the middle of 3 and 4. Keep that gas on 1 and 2. You can just kind of be right on the right rear.
Car inside.
It's just a ton of fun. It's like,
Stay high. There's a car on the low
maybe
side.
traction drive, maybe not the race.
Still there, inside. 32.547. The leader is running. 32.582. Stay high.
Same lines.
Still inside.
That's not bad, but just a little bit faster than Dana. Just a little bit slower, but that time
Stay
Bedwell
high.
had
There's a
some
car on the low
issues.
side.
Dana Shepard actually gained about 3/10 there on that last lap. So, dangers of running too close to the wall.
Still there.
Dakota, you know about that. iRacing
32.57. You're losing on the car in front.
Some of the
The gap is
silliest
1
amounts of
even.
damage.
Still
falls
inside.
on the
You're in the middle.
worst
3 wide.
gear of the
Car outside. 2 wide. Keep low.
Oh yeah, for sure. If you barely scrape wall, you never know. It might
Still there,
rip the
hold
fender
your
fall
line.
off the thing. And, you certainly don't want that. You want to keep the body, keep
Stay
the body
low.
intact. So you can, have that aero advantage.
Go low.
Yeah, it's way too important here with being dang near wide open.
32.722. Stay low. There is a car on the high side. Clear up top. Go low.
Must be saving
Clear
some
up top.
tires like a champ because he is making that bottom work, especially in 3 and 4. Dana Shepard really holding him off, but it looks like the 13 is really, really fast right now. So he must be saving a little bit in that 13 machine. Because Dana keeps it wound up there in 1 and 2. He's like top in 1 and 2 is where you want to be. You can make the bottom 3 and 4 work.
32.67.
I I've got
See how
14
difficult it
more.
is to pass. 13 is trying to get around it, but Dana's just doing such a good job. They're holding them off. They're catching Bedwell. Bedwell now less than a second away from these drivers. So Dana Shepherd leading this group back to the promised land as he is helping them run down Chris Bedwell. You know, I think if I'm Garrett Kendra,
we're catching the fuck out of Bedwell.
Oh no! And now Dana Shepherd into the wall, and that's an easy way to make a pass. As he's going to get passed by multiple drivers, and that's that danger you talked about, Dakota, of running up.
Yeah, we are. I wonder if he's just laying up or what.
I don't know. He drove out there far.
Yeah, for sure. Looks just by looking.
I still
at
feel
it,
like I've
the
cooked
truck
mine.
Don't look too bad. There definitely some things.
I did too, but I think we all have.
That beautiful Silverado there, but we'll see if he can bounce back here.
Yeah, such a bummer. Because now he falls back to the 6th position. Still plenty of time. You know, it's the risk reward. It's the, you know, how bad do you want it? Are you willing to put yourself in danger, in harm's way to make speed? That's I love that type of stuff. You see Ray Rogers doing it right now as, man, Garrett Kinder's starting to run down Bedwell. I wonder if he can get the wall and has some damage himself.
The leader consider
13 is now within 2/10 of a second from your leader. But yeah, I mean, I love that about this track where you know you have to it's kind of like Darlington, right, Dakota, where you really have to commit. If you don't commit, you're going to be slow. And it seems to be the case here where you've got to commit to that top line right against the
It ain't
cushion,
helping me. I'm
but
stuck
it
on this
just
bottom.
puts you in a perilous position if you just misstep for one turn.
32.476.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, throttling
You're
is
pulling
such
away
a big
from the
thing
car
too. You
behind.
know, if
The gap
you
is 1.3.
breathe your throttle and then wrong back on it, you know, you're going to spin in rear tires. And that's going to bring your back end around. You're going to hit the wall. You know, you're going to spin out. So it's
You're pulling away from the car
really
behind.
like a
The gap is
high horsepower
1.3.
What are y'all thinking about pitting here?
Right up front.
I'm gonna go about lap
That
66.
5-car battle, but you know, we thought Bedwell might pull away here, but after 27
32.72.
laps, Garrett
Yeah, I got
Kendrick
9.2.
saved a good amount of tire and put pressure on this 95 machine. So this is point leader and third in the points, running 1-2. And Garrett Kinder, man, he is looking really, really strong. And hey, don't look. But who is this in third? Dang old Ray Rogers starting to run these guys down as well. He is less
Green
than
flag
a
pit
second
stops suck at
away
this
from
track.
the top two as they're getting ready to battle. And that's got to be on your mind.
Yeah.
If you're Garrett Kinder.
You're losing on the car in front.
When am I going to make this pass? Because
1.2.
if I get up there and I get side by side, then Ray Rogers going to be there in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I think Ray was listening to us last week. You know, he was joking
I'm gonna go
about
63 to
starting
64.
the bids. He was like, you know what? I'll just start in the back. I'll be at the front end of this thing.
So not
So maybe next week.
2 more laps?
Ray is up
Yeah.
into this thing, maybe let him join late. and
Okay,
start a couple
we're
laps
halfway
down.
to the finish.
He's won 3 of the last 4 races.
32.694.
For 4 out of the last 5 is now Garrett Kinder going to go down the inside. Time to make his move as he can see that 51 coming along with everybody else. Like I said, Bedwell looked unbeatable in that first run, but now things have changed. Maybe people have learned, changed the lines, changed up how they're driving, and he doesn't look so unbeatable. Now, right now, he's protecting the top, and you can see how difficult it is to pass. But someone who's saved enough tire to run that bottom.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap
May
is
be able to make this move. I don't
1.7.
think the 13 will do it, but I'll be damned if he ain't trying. He almost
Yeah,
was
I'm
able to
going
pull that
myself.
slider off there.
Yeah, and that's only going to pull Ray Rogers that much closer to him the more that they stay side by side.
Yeah. Oh, and Bedwell
You're
going to
gaining
drop
on the car
down
in
the door of
front.
the
The gap
13.
is 1
Really
even.
surprised to see that, but you see why the 13 not able
Sorry.
to
Oh, you're
turn
good.
that truck up
Try
off
not to
the
hit you,
bottom
though.
with that little room. And
Yeah,
so
that probably
now
killed all the
they are
strategy you
racing
had.
side by side. The 13 puts the the nose right on the left rear quarter.
It's easy to get in there hot.
Clear him here. Oh, they're going to make a little bit of contact, maybe.
3.
But still side by side. Here comes Ray Rogers with a big old run. Uh-oh. We may have some guys going down pit road. Oh, Stephen Ayers.
I slid coming into pit.
Shit, I used my fast repair.
Wide open. Steve Ayers actually going through the grass there. He may have may get a penalty for that, but still side by side for the lead.
Oh well.
Yeah, we're spread out. I don't think.
Ray Rogers going to have a massive run. Here comes Garrett Kinder. Oh, and here, okay, well, that's why. Garrett Kinder makes the pass, and as soon as he does, Chris Bedwell says, okay, I'm coming to pit road. And he comes down to take 4 tires. So pit road wide open. Would expect guys to be coming down almost immediately because they are about
You slid through your box, Ayers?
Almost 2 seconds.
I slid coming in and minutes to grass.
Oh, man. I about did.
And I couldn't. I couldn't save it to go back out on track. I ended up going into the pit.
Out the window. Let's us know he's coming.
1 minute, 4.995.
Stay out. Oh,
James, we're going to get around Dana here pretty good.
Yeah, I think yeah, never mind. They've already pitted.
Bedwell pitted after lap right after us. They're right here in front of us.
Yeah.
McLean has.
How's this going to
Well, McLean had to pit like 5 laps later, remember?
Yeah. So I think we're going to blow by him because I think he's on significantly older tires than us.
31.055.
He does. 51 machine gonna get down to that 50-mile-an-hour pit speed limit, and Willie Evernham's going to take over the lead. Get that bonus point for leading a lap. That's pretty big for him. He's right on the cutoff line as well, tied there.
The lead is pitting now.
This will be a big point for him, so he'll stay out a little bit. He'll lose a little bit of tire damage, but
30.874. You just hit the fastest lap. You're in the top 10.
Yeah, so I think it's just going to be Kinder and Bedwell.
We're going to be 3rd and 4th.
Stay high to the car on the low side.
It's not bad.
It's like Bedwell is going to cycle.
Considering the fact I was running 8th.
Extra lap and look at the difference.
Watch out, Chuck's coming in.
Go high.
Oh, Daniel's 5th. Damn.
Keep high. 31.037.
Top of the track, that is Garrett Kinder.
Stay high to the car on the low side.
Yep, easily.
Have you already pitted, Daniel?
Pitting a lap before Kinder. Right behind him is Jake Piglet coming down pit road. So these guys really want to work together.
I really, if there was like less than 20 to go on this last stop, I'd take 2.
Is Kip willing to do that? Looks like Kip.
But if being out of the playoffs, but there's going to be 30 laps. This is going to be too much still.
Okie doke there.
31.375.
Not sure if he wanted to make a move or not.
Car 95. He's up the front.
James, you get a run. Let me know.
I'm just riding and saving.
I just have to kind of go in either a lane lower or a lane higher than him. Otherwise, I rear end him.
Yeah, stay in that clean air. We're good.
Just crazy how big
It's odd to me that Bedwell got that far out in front of us, though.
Yeah, he must have nailed pit road.
41.4 seconds on pit.
Like, if I didn't have that screw up, I'd probably be up there with him.
40.9 seconds. About half a second faster than Garrett Kinder was.
And I overshot my pit boss by about a foot.
And
Car inside.
now,
Still inside.
Yeah, I think that's still going to be the guy to beat.
Yeah.
Still there. Hold your line. 31.487. Keep high.
being the leader gives you that opportunity to make
Clear
those
inside.
calls down early. And being that here the first couple laps are wide open, those fresh tire speeds are just too hard to turn down.
Yeah, for sure. You know, Bedwell being in the lead with a pretty comfortable lead. You know, he can kind of lay back on it and, you know, conserve just a little bit of tire in case this thing runs out green. You know, you got, you know, Kinder easily comfortable battle.
31.52.
So, you know, they're going to be using their stuff up more than Bedwell is. He's just out front driving Miss Daisy right now.
Yeah, Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he got, they ran him down at the end of that run, so it's definitely got to be on his mind.
Fit me in 5.
You need to adjust. We don't have setup changes we can make. It's setup.
31.469.
I mean, what do? We try to let off a little bit earlier. We don't go full throttle. The first maybe a couple laps, but after that start lifting. What are we doing?
We still got to pit again.
Manage that. Hey, I was a little bit too hard on the right front last run. What can I do this run to change it up? Considering I don't have any kind of setup change.
Yeah, it's solely
31.544.
Really gauging what line you want to take and how hard you can push that line. You don't want to push it too hard. And, like you said, really heat up them tires because once they get hot, it's game over at that point.
Those listening, you can go down. These guys go down to pit road and do get to see temperature readings from air readings.
31.509.
Typically,
You think we'd be gaining over here on Bedwell some, but
you don't always get the cheese.
I think Bedwell runs it out real hard.
You kind of want your right front.
I guess if I had the talent, I'd do it.
Fairly, that means a pretty balanced truck car. I mean, not really tight, not really too loose, right kind of back. Very rarely does that happen, especially on our racing.
31.801. The leader is running 31.66.
More stable setup, but it can also be the most detrimental. Is it really burns that right front up. You just don't have the security of the steering wheel anymore. So these guys go down pit road and they can look and see maybe I'm turning the wheel too much. Maybe I need to lift a little bit earlier. I started lifting around lap 6 or 7. Now I'm going to start lifting lap 3 or 4. Just to get that right front a little bit more life.
31.82.
Even up those percentages the best I can. And that will help prolong the life of those tires.
He took the nose off my, the air off my nose.
Who did?
When he did that chop down move.
We'll see by the end of this run.
it's weird. He kind of gets out there and then we catch him again.
Garrett definitely had the fastest truck.
We're catching Bedwell though.
Yeah, we're about to that 15 to 20 lap time frame where the tires, I think, really kind of level off.
We'll see how it all plays out. Definitely seems like everybody here from Garrett Kinder on back to Charles Stevens playing nice, trying to work together, use that draft and run down that 95 machine. But right now, they are running their lap times pretty equal. Bedwell runs at 31.876 and Garrett Kinder 31.863. So just a tad bit faster.
32.091.
Not as much as you would think in a draft situation. So it definitely seems like guys are doing a lot of tire saving by lifting. Because the draft doesn't seem to be a huge advantage from watching Ray Rogers go down to the inside.
Carl Stevens had a really good run right there on Kunkel. He crossed him up a little bit.
After opening the door for Ray Rogers, they kind of lost a little momentum. Back in his pack. Ray's tire saving, you can see, is starting to kick in. He knows it. He knows saving a little bit more than these guys.
32.34.
Now we're about 15 laps in this, and he pitted a couple laps after these guys. So a track like this where you're all wide open, iRacing's tire model goes through cliffs. You start, 5 to 10 laps on the side of the river, and then certain where everyone will really drop off in grip. And the drivers
The leader is running 32.173, 32.36.
so he's still able to kind of push those lap times down. Another track where you lift from the very beginning, not as pronounced, but track where you're wide open for 5 or 6 laps.
Car
You really have
inside.
to lift like Kansas here in the trucks.
Still there at the bottom. Clear inside.
Make a big difference just one lap. Now, speaking of making a big difference, the difference between first and second has gone down about a second as Eric Kinder has started to reel in that 95 machine. So whatever
And I just don't have the long run
95
speed.
learned from that last run apparently is not going to be good enough at the moment unless he just knows something I don't know. Eric Kinder is slowly reeling him in about a tenth and a half a lap. So Eric Kinder's doing a fantastic job of saving tires. Is it going to be good enough? I don't know. Because the man behind him was right there to take over the top spot right before this pit road opened up. But man, Eric Kinder's coming as he crosses the line. 10.5 last time. He gained a ton that last lap. 3 tenths faster that lap. So Eric Kinder and Ray Rogers home and away.
Yeah, I'd say here within, probably 4 or 5 laps, we're gonna have a battle for the lead. So, we're getting down to crunch time now, so we're gonna see if these playoff guys can, punch their way in, or if they're gonna let Ray Rogers steal another one from them.
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 1 even.
What do you think here? We pit right at the beginning of the fuel window, right when we can make it, or?
I'm a pit about 95.
Finish where they, or leave with a decent finish in the top 3, but if it doesn't just bother you, the same guy to win.
32.4.
While they don't necessarily need to beat Ray Rogers, I mean, that's why we show up and race, Dakota. I can show up, I want to win that dang race. I don't care what's at stake. So Ray Rogers coming out here whooping our tails, and we're the playoff drivers. That kind of feels bad, don't it?
Yeah, it's kind of probably what the Cup guys felt like when they let Shane Van Gisbergen he come in and steal one from them in Chicago. They're thinking, this is our series. Let us win.
32.631.
Telling Ray Rogers stay back there. That's a tough order right now. It is going to continue to be that way. Now we start to play in. Now we always say that Ray Rogers likes to play with his food, and that's what's going to start happening right here. Get right on the back bumper of that 13. Now with the tire's starting to wear that truck a little bit tighter. Having somebody take the air off the forward probably nice.
32.508.
And they are really putting it in this league. Chris Bedwell is now down to about 3.5 tenths.
You're gaining on the car in front.
There's
The gap is
still a ton of
1.1.
time. A little over 30 laps to go.
I agree, though.
32.487.
What?
I mean, I think I'm one of the faster trucks on after like 30 laps, but it's just that 15 to 30 stint.
Here they are, caught up now to the back end of that 95. Now they've caught them. Now they got to pass them. That's going to be the big question mark I have is, how do you make this pass? What do you do? How do you set this up? They get this done. They've definitely been faster, but it's easy to do that when you have the whole track to work with. What do you do if the truck is in your lane that you're trying to run like Eric Kinder is on that top side? You got to go down the bottom. Well, go down the bottom. You need to use the whole track. Well, you can't no more. So how do you make that pass what do you do to get that done?
32.705.
And we'll see who's able to do it. It's going to be
Car
Garrett Kinder
13,
and
jump
Ray
in front.
Rod. Oh, it's 95. I guess they got to pit twice there, Dakota. I guess that's a question that I have and a question that I now have answered. Is Bedwell going to come down pit road again, the first one, and get that 4 tires and fuel? And this will be his last set of tires. So
The lead is pitting now.
Have it. But another round of pit stops. What do you say there, Dakota?
Yeah,
The car behind is pitting.
the last round of pit stops, like you said, Bedwell was the first one on
Back in
off
third.
pit
Keep
road.
hustling.
Paid pretty big dividends for him. So if he can get out to another, I think the lead was about 2.5 seconds. If he can get back out to a lead like that, I think it might be pretty smooth sailing for him. Unless we get that late race caution to really ramp things up here.
Yeah. Everybody.
The lead is pitting now.
Ray Rogers is
Daniel, I'm pitting this time by.
The car behind is pitting.
I don't blame you. That's what I was telling you.
2.604. Okay, you're in second.
Waste some time, but Bedwell doing what he's got to do. I gotta give it to him, man. Even though it seems like the end of these runs, he's struggling. I thought they were good on pit stops. I didn't know they needed to make another stop.
The next car's the leader.
They come, if I'm not wrong, and right now Chris Bedwell. Oh, and he hits the wall.
The leader's pitting now.
Big pancake for the 95, and that is not what you want to do. I was about to brag on him about how he's playing it perfectly because he's pitting right as
That was a bullshit move.
But that was a
You're pulling away
big
from the
hit.
car behind. The gap is
Hopefully
9.2.
it didn't crinkle up nothing too bad to where it's not going to take any arrow off of him. So, looking at the side of it there, it doesn't look too awful bad. So he might be in good shape. The iRacing gods might have spared him right there.
Man, that was a massive hit.
Pit box in 10.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think
5,
it was light enough, and
3, 2,
maybe
1.
it won't be
Right here.
too big a deal, but yeah, I mean, good Lord, you definitely do not want to do that. As we'll go on board with him and show you what happened on the Kinderphone wrench, wrecking the rewind. Wasn't a wreck, but leader having some trouble here.
That's it, go.
We'll see going down the front stretch here, and it's going to go get ready to enter in.
That's it for tires. Make them last the rest of the race.
And enough to kind of throw that truck around.
The leader is coming up.
That was a pretty
not
big
out.
hit. I mean, enough that we both went, oh!
Yeah, it looks like he just kind of he misjudged his entry right there. It don't look like the truck just took off. I think he was just trying to really set up his entry into one, and it bit him right there.
Well, we'll know for too long if that damage is bad enough. Ray Rogers is going to stay.
The lead is pitting now.
Stay out. And
1 minute 5.501.
Try to run this as long as possible. A couple of these guys.
Charlie, I'm gonna stay up high, brother.
Right now, I mean, if we can run a few laps, I don't know. It seems like everybody's pitting right after the lap 30 mark.
Thank you, sir.
I don't see anybody able to run much longer than that. But, I mean, without a caution, you really can't save a set of tires.
The car behind is closing on you. The gap is 1.5.
You won't be seeing any kind of
31.039.
Matt Rogers down pit road. That's going to give
Thank you, Tracy.
the back over to Chris Bedwell.
Yes, sir.
The lead is not 2.2 seconds this time. It is now 1.07 seconds. So Garrett Kinder did a fantastic job of right down pit road right after. And
The car in P18 just set the fastest lap. 30.847, 30.954. Car 95
every
has
time
taken the lead.
Garrett Kinder able to run it down. Now this time Ray Rogers is back a little bit further, about 2.1 seconds. But is that going to be a big deal, or is that going to one lap first start pay off for Ray? We'll find out. Coming in almost about 20 laps.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 2.6, 31.078.
Bedwell's got his hands full with Everman trying to stay on
Car
the lap
outside.
here, so that's only going
Keep
to
low.
hurt Bedwell, you know, trying to mind the lap.
Still there, hold your line.
Where'd y'all cycle to?
As well as trying to maintain that gap back to Garrett Kender.
Stay low.
Yeah, dude, based on lap times, it doesn't
Clear.
seem like that damage is hurting too bad. You know, I mean, it's right in the same ballpark.
Don't stay up high, Daniel.
I think the iRacing guys, man, just, I mean, if I go up and just sniff the wall, my motor just falls out, you know, but he went up there and, I mean, pancake.
James, where'd you come out at?
9th. I messed up.
The leader is running.
You missed pit entry?
No. So I took 2. But I didn't realize, I didn't think that it's got to fill up with gas, so it still took the same amount of time.
2, 3.
And when I come off pit road with 2, it got sideways. But I saved it.
Dang, I wish you'd brought out the caution.
I'm loose as fuck.
Do what he's been doing and run down this 95. It's taken him a few laps to get there, so we maybe, you know, if he can get a sniff of that draft, which he's pretty dang close right in the second.
These leaders are gone. Man, I pitted at the same time Bedwell did. I was like a second and a half off of him, but he's just gone.
31.61.
You know, if it continues the same, we're looking at Garrett sort of getting to him around.
Man, he's a whole straightaway ahead of me, pretty much. It's crazy. I should have went one more lap over him.
Watching Bedwell run, you know, what I have, you know, he's extremely hard to pass. You know, he's kind of like Ryan Newman, you know. How do you get around this guy? You know, he's hard-nosed, he'll race you hard. You know, you have to really, you know, pull something out of your bag of tricks to get by him.
Yeah, you know, all leagues are different. You've got some leagues that kind of almost encourage, you know, hey, go over and give them the bumper. You know, that's fun. That's part of racing. And then you got some leagues that you know, just don't do that. This is one of those that kind of focuses on clean racing. You know, so I don't expect a bumper. You know, usually when someone does that, it's kind of looked down upon.
31.551.
So I wouldn't expect the 13 to go in there and just move them out of the way. But you know what? Playoffs make guys do.
Poor Chuck never got his lap back, did he?
You never know how important
That sucks.
the win is to somebody. And if I want to win, if I want to keep another guy from winning, you know, go up there, especially if you're running up the top line. Go up there, get as close as you can, give him a little shove, push him up to the wall, and then drive on by.
31.634.
But I think Garrett's got the time. It's just how it's going to do it. Just that bottom side is just so tough. I don't know how you can
Inside.
Go ahead, Daniel.
Bedwell makes a mistake, which
Clear.
Yeah, I did right around to lap 1.
Speaking of mistakes, I mean, you see.
Thanks to your fucking teammate.
31.888.
What'd he say?
Never really recovered.
I've been riding around since lap 1.
Same with Chuck. I mean, just disappointing. After that first incident.
You're gaining on the car in front.
Then
The
we
gap
go lap
is
back
3.6. You're pulling away from the car.
Well, at least I owned it.
1.7.
Not that it made it any better, but
Stephen Ayers Jr. in
The lead
15th.
is at
The most
31.981.
disappointed is Chris McLean.
yeah, him and Pat, which Passons, he probably don't care. He won already, so he's already through anyway.
This issue, you think, maybe didn't check fuel. Because he had to come back down pit road for about 12 seconds, which makes me think he had to fill up fuel and tires. So, big disappointment there for the five machines. He may be in trouble here.
31.991.
Oh, and Bedwell's in the wall.
13 is now
He makes
leading.
that mistake. He comes down off the wall, but Garrett Kender is already there, so Garrett Kender
Yeah, Kender
is
took
gonna
the lead.
take the top spot as Bedwell gets up into the wall, and it grabs him, and he is going to lose the top spot. So Garrett Kinder didn't even have to think about how he's going to make that pass. Bedwell just helped him do it. So from 13, Garrett Kinder is going to take over the top spot with 12 laps to go. Now Bedwell desperate to try to get that position back. But Garrett Kinder has been running him down, so now Garrett Kinder just needs to focus on not making a mistake because he's in the best position being out front.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I think the iRacing guys they give him at first, and I think that hit might have given him a little bit of something there. So you know, we'll see if he can at least stay with Garrett here. Maybe set him up and get it done, but. I think Garrett's just so smooth.
52.362.
Let's get this late.
Yeah, the iRacing board giving.
Oh, damn, about to hit the wall.
Taking it away, and that's exactly what happened. Flirting with that wall, you talked about it, Dakota. You know, that wall is a lot of speed up there to be had. Just doesn't take much. And these guys got to be careful. Bedwell's doing a great job of hanging on. But Ray Rogers is on his way, so
looking like she's going to go green here.
13th gone, but I don't know, that kind of maybe lit a fire under that 95.
Had a feeling it would once we got going.
Back bumper of that 13 machine. Not letting him get away. Going to drive deep in the corners. He's just not able to get the front end grip that he needs. Has to come the brakes pretty hard. Can he do anything with this 13 machine, or is it too late?
52.177. You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 2.4.
I've got it pulled up, and that thing is still straight on the right side.
I ran faster than the leader that lap.
It's definitely been beefed up on that right side, so I'm glad to tear it up.
Get it?
I mean, I'm way back here. I can't even catch it on that. I'm just saying, I don't know how I did that on 2 tires.
Ray Rogers right to the back bumper of Chris Bedwell. And look down to the inside, and boy, he looks fast. And Bedwell has to check up a little bit. And the 51 down to the inside. The 95 going to fight back, but not going to be able to do it. Going to cross him up, but Ray Rogers has the position. See what Bedwell does here if he tries to go down. No, he's going to push Ray Rogers into the corner. So now Ray up to the second position, now looking to take the lead from the 13th machine. The biggest mover of the race, Ray Rogers. He is currently Kyle Roberts' handmade leather.
Yeah, that one penalty hurt McLean too. He'd have been up there.
But does he have enough to pass 13? I'll tell you.
I don't think so in the playoffs.
These long runs, Garrett Kinder has been pretty stout. So
he did.
I thought Ray did.
Task in front of him.
Yeah, I think it was Ray.
But if you're Garrett,
because we were at the Milwaukee Mile, pretty sure it was Ray.
You want to win this race at all costs, but you know, what are you willing to gamble for? Are you willing to go all in and say I'm willing to lose, you know, third, maybe fourth, to try to fight off Ray Rogers, or do you let him go and let him win that race? What do you do?
Anytime I can beat Ray Rogers in a race, you know, I'm gonna do everything I can to stay out in front of him, because, you know, like he said, you don't want to see the same guy win over and over. And, you know, anytime you can keep Ray behind you, you know, you've done something.
And you can't even wreck it. Like, you would feel so bad if you wreck Ray Rogers. Like, you can't even go up there and say, I'm gonna turn this guy. Hey, nobody's gonna do that because he's just too nice of a guy. So it's just damn him for not being more hate. You know, not someone you can dislike even a little bit. So you can even justify. You know how some guys, Dakota, you can justify it in your head that, well, I can just hit him because, you know, he's a butthole, or, you know, he did this to me one time. You can kind of justify it like that, but you can't with Ray.
Yeah, the only way I could justify it, you know, he's running that Kyle Busch Toyota scheme. You know, nobody likes Kyle Busch. Maybe if it was the Chevrolet Kyle Busch, you know, I'd let it slide. But, you know, Toyota Kyle Busch, you know, you're going around.
There you go. See, racers can find any kind of justification they need to put the bumper in. Oh my goodness, the 13 is going to get in the wall as Ray gets really close to his back bumper, and that opens the door as Ray does give him a little shot. I don't think it was on purpose, but 13 does a great job of keeping it from getting stuck to the wall. That allows Bedwell to get down to the
Oh, there goes Ray.
to the inside and do a slider. So move Ray Rogers up to the lead.
And that seems to be a common thing when you got Ray in second. You know, he's
And I just don't get it on those guys' pit stops how we didn't.
I don't know if they're watching the rearview mirror more, but they make one mistake.
I guess they're just that much better on entry and exit and getting in.
2.451.
But that last pit stop, I actually lost ground.
A little bit of resurgence here from Chris Bedwell trying to hunt down Ray Rogers. As we come to take 2 to go here in the Apex E-Series showdown here at Kansas Speedway on BSRN. I'm Eddie. This is Dakota in the booth. Thank y'all so much for watching. We're going to give you all the action here as they are right up against the ramp. Does Bedwell have anything left in the tank, or is Ray snookered them again to take 4 out of the last 5 races here at Apex? Makes you wonder, man. Ray, I think, ran Road to Pro here early in the season, I think, and it makes you wonder what would happen if he had been able to make the minimum races. Right now, we'd be talking about him as a championship favorite. But white flag here. Not a championship favorite, but definitely going to be a race-winning favorite. Is he going to come down in 3
I think he made it, I would think.
Anything for it. There's no way he's going to make that work. Bedwell going to try.
We weren't battling at all.
Get up in the wall.
Yeah, it was fun. Chuck, Tracy, sorry I got you guys caught up in that mess in the beginning. It was totally my fault. Mistake.
Side by side for second. Garrett Gander is able to take that second spot after that
Just one of them things.
Hail Mary there from Chris Bedwell.
Come on.
But Ray Rogers,
Chuck's
That was the best part of the whole race.
started in 16th, 15th. Yeah,
I got to go back and watch it.
First, and he is Kyle Roberts, hard charger, and your race winner. Man, what a greedy guy. Garrett Gander goes up there, gives him a little love tap after the end of the race. And Ray Rogers
I wasn't trying to hit
down
you.
on the front stretch. What a great drive by him with the pass with about 4 or 5 laps to go on Garrett Gander as Garrett gets in the wall just a tad bit, able to take that top spot and sails off into the distance.
Y'all should both be in.
Pretty good race there, Dakota.
Yeah, that was you couldn't ask for a better race than that. That was you know, action from the drop of the